want to turn back from this damn town, Wanderer. Those savage Reachmen finally got what they wanted. Carthwatch is gone, and all that's left are husks of a once proud people. A storm straight from Moloch's arsehole rose up over the town. It twisted everyone I know into monsters. In the chaos, I saw my brother Hafskar and his friend Biora take people to the barrow west of town. But I've heard nothing. Someone needs to warn the people away from Carthwatch. As the last of the Jarl's Guard, the duty falls to me. Look, I'm desperate to know if the survivors made it to the barrow. Whatever gold I have is yours, if you'll find out what happened to them. Finally, a bit of good fortune. Thanks, Traveler. No matter what you find in the barrow, I need to know. Tell any survivors you see to meet me here. Hafskjar's the only family I have left. If I've lost him too, well, just hurry back safely. How does a man like me describe such evil? It looked like an infected wound in the sky. A mass of black and red swirling above my home. My friend's skin shriveled and turned gray as the storm took something from them. That's when I ran. I patrolled the main road outside of town, stopping travelers to ask their business, that sort of thing. A sound like the mountain cracking in half shook me, and then the storm rose up. I hurried back and got to the edge of town when I saw the chaos. After that horrific storm passed, I entered the town to survey the damage. I found Reachmen and my neighbors turned into feral monsters. Young Bjorn nearly tore my arms off, until I split his skull with an axe. He was a good kid. All the time. Before we settled here, Reachmen raided constantly to claim the land, and our people would push them back. When King Svargrim gave us our own hold, we built the town, hoping it would stand for generations. It only lasted 5 years. We trained all guards to bring townsfolk there for safety during raids. I felt pride seeing him and Biora performing their duty throughout such madness. They're our newest recruits, and still very young. They were true guards of Carthwatch today. Another member of the town guard. She's a tough warrior, that one. Her mother, Helsi, put a sword in Bjora's hand at a young age. Hafskjar and Biora have been close since childhood. I hope she keeps him safe in this disaster.
Learn how to make boar shit. Or whatever that said.
Oh, thank all the gods. You're not one of the Reachmen. Well, I don't recognize you, and you're not a Reachman. How did you find your way down here? Don't tell me you came just to pick our town's bones. Fenrir is safe? God's mercy, you bring great news. When he didn't show up here, I feared that the storm killed him. Or the Reachmen took him, like everyone else. Yeah. After the storm appeared, Bjorra and I led some townsfolk into this barrow. How could I know that Reachmen were already in here? They attacked us from behind. Bjorra put up a beast of a fight, but no one resists a Reach horde alone. I hid. Reachmen are so brutal. I reacted without thinking. They took everyone I swore to protect, while I did nothing. A Nord of Karth does not behave this way. My duty is to go after them, but I won't survive alone. Are you willing to join me? You will? Looks like Fenrir sent the right person to chase after me. I hid when my people needed me. And I left Bjorra, my oldest friend, to fight alone. If we find where the Reachmen took them, maybe bringing them home can make up for my failure. Karthwatch trains their guards to hide villages down here during Reach raids. It proved impenetrable in the past. Until today. Not much. It all happened fast. During our patrol, Bjorra and I heard a deafening boom over the town. The sunlight dimmed as the storm grew. The air smelled sour, and I felt an unnatural energy crackle across my skin. Then, the screams. Somewhere in the center of town, I froze in place from fear. Bjorra took charge and ordered anyone nearby to the barrow. She truly rose to the occasion. You must have come through town. What's going on up there? Everyone is gone. God save us all. How could this happen? If true, then everyone the Witchmen captured might be all that's left of my home. We must find them. Bring them back. If they're still alive. Never before in my memory. We Nords of Karth have endured raids from the Reach for generations. They're barbarians who pillage and kill anyone who has what they want. Captives just slow them down. That's what worries me. I've heard tales of evil Reach magic my whole life. They change people into beasts for fun. Or they remove your bones for their rituals while you still live. Maybe they need my people for a spell. For all I know, they are. Even that storm up above could be the work of Reach witches. Their ways are totally unnatural. I think we should really start looking. They went through this door. Come on! There's no entrance back this far. So how in oblivion did they get in?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? I really don't know what the purpose was of me coming down here. I thought I would have ended up being able to find something here, but I guess not. Cranked the brightness all the way up, and it didn't seem like it really did much. Let me check something. Always trying to check out my mic. See how it's doing. Always trying to check out my mic. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So that is working properly. I'm always curious about that stuff. Let's see here. Unnecessary cleaning. Just say you're doing it wrong anytime you help out with cleaning. It's like, well, don't ask me to help clean then if I'm doing it wrong. I'd be like, well, at least you're getting some kind of assistance. I'm one of those types of people when it comes to cleaning. Like, when it hits me, and I just like try to clean everything that I think of that needs to be cleaned. I mean, obviously clean on a regular basis or every few day basis, weekly basis, what have you, depending on what it is, like vacuuming floors or doing some dusting or something like that, you know, around those levels. But ultimately, I'm just like, when it really gets me, I'm like, okay, I'm in this mood, I need to go ahead and do it, have it out of the way, because if I don't, it may end up waiting for a little while before it actually gets out of the way. How else are you supposed to wipe down counters? Well, one of the things that I was always told is you're always supposed to do it in a circular motion and move from left to right. And I'm thinking to myself, what's it frickin' matter? You're cleaning the counter. My grandmother always used to tell me that. I'm just like, dude, no, you have to do it like this. I'm like, okay, Grandma. I really wonder if they have the same dungeon layouts as they do in Skyrim, considering I'm in the Skyrim section of Tamriel right now. Wonder if they still follow through with the way the dungeons are supposed to look, or if they've extended them. Actually, I really shouldn't say that, because Elder Scrolls Online takes place like, what, 1,000 years before any of the main games do? I know it starts so many years earlier. circle riser. Wax on, wax off.
This cavern. Such an unnatural glow. How did the Reachmen discover this?
Matter of fact, I ended up starting a character on the European server last night for Mr. Raven on here. So I'm going to let him know about that. I just went on there and started a character and just kind of piddled around with it. So hopefully, when it comes time to him playing this, he and I will both be on party chat and streaming and whatnot, playing together. But I had it's really weird because like the way they end up doing various things now with like how you start out certain characters, I think they've really tried to mix things up a bit. So especially when they're mixing in all the expansions. And when I started the same race last night, which was an Orc Dragon Knight, which I already have one of those on the North American server, and it put me in a completely different place that I had never been before. And I'm like, what the? I was like, well, this is interesting. And like with the way the story was going and everything, I'm like, this is definitely interesting. So I'm like, dang, man. Elder Scrolls Online is pulling me back in again. Of course, it's always been one of my favorite franchises anyway, so I don't know where I'm going. the exact percentage of PC cancel culture. Well, to be honest, I think it really is a much more smaller margin than what we think that it is. But the fact is all these companies jump on this crap and they feed off of it like a damn tick. And they try to make it seem like it's so mainstream when in reality it's really not. So they try to make the minority try to be the only one that should matter. I mean, just like with Coca-Cola, as I refer to them as now, ended up doing their be less white bullshit on their website with their hiring process or interview process. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, Coca-Cola. Be less white. Okay, be less white. Yeah, and more of my foot in your ass. I'd like to see you say that to my face. Oh look, other players.
The tunnel leads up this way. Must be near the other side of the mountain by now. Let's see where this goes.
Well, if you do, man, I think that would be a really good video to put out if people are willing to be on camera to prove a point. Oh, jeez. I didn't mean to do that. But it happened anyway, so... Yeah, y'all go kill everything in front of me. Don't give me a chance to level up. I got a little bit of experience.
Gold is ours.
I farted and it exploded. Oh, that sucked, monkey nuts. Well, I kind of think it would be an interesting video to have on there if you get the results that you want.
Tunnels. So they burrowed through these caves to sneak up on the town.
But anyways, yeah. Well, Persona 5 Strikers came in the mail today, so I got that installed and whatnot, but I haven't obviously started playing it yet because I'll probably start doing that tomorrow. I may stream that a little bit. I don't know. I really want to finish Persona 5 first before I go into that, but, you know, if I feel like I want to take a different gameplay measure, then so be it, because this is more of a fast-paced, high-octane game, more so than the original Persona is. So it's not turn-based like the original one is, turn-based combat, so...
How long has the region?
So that's what Sabaton stands for. They're one of my favorite power metal bands, and I never really knew exactly what it ended up standing for, and now I do. It stands for Iron Boots, apparently. Or Steel Boots. Yeah, I agree with the whole installing thing. I agree. But knowing how technology is nowadays, you know, that's the way that it goes. And see, one of the things that gets to me is some people are like, well, you just can't play a game nowadays without actually having to get patches done with it, so why do you even bother to buy physical media? First of all, buying physical media guarantees you're going to actually have a faster install time, because you're relying on the install time and you know, how much space you have on your system, as well as downloading it. But getting it off a disc, you're actually having a hard copy of it, and you're going and putting it in there, and there's been many times where I have judged, because I've actually bought like second copies of games before in the past because I've wanted a physical copy of it, and at the time the digital copy was cheaper. So I would go and
might be the way out.
Judge to see what the install times were, and surely enough, off the disc was a whole hell of a lot faster. And I've been thinking about trying to do a bit of a series on my channel where I was going to take games that I really like to play and just not having them hooked up to the internet, and go ahead and start the game and start playing it, and then hook up the internet so that I can go ahead and stream it to see if there is any problems. If you can't actually play, which I think is a load of crap. There's plenty of games that you can play without patches, because some of these patches and things, yeah, they'll fix out certain bugs and problems and things like that. But then again, I kind of feel like if the game can still play, then it can still play. That's all there is to it. And even then, there's some things that they add in from those patches that weren't originally in the original game, but it would still be a game that you can still play. But I was thinking about doing a series of that and trying that out, because I mean, obviously when I start playing the game and I hook up the internet, after I start it, it's going to start downloading a patch. But the thing is that it'll say, oh, it's installed, but you'd have to actually, just like with any program, you'd have to shut the program down and start it back up again for it to initiate the patch. I'm pretty sure, so.
Something's changed.
Rare might be up for sale, Nintendo might buy it. Yeah, I think you mentioned that before, but I don't know, it kind of seems like Microsoft would grab them up. Considering the fact that they've done that with the Rare Replay thing with all those, well, half of the games on Rare Replay are great, the rest of them are just meh from way back when. So I figured they still had a grasp on Rare. But I don't know. I mean, it would be cool to see. Try to go back to some platforming games of old. Ugh. I just get so sick of that talk like, oh, why you even buy them? Why don't you just get them digitally? Because to be perfectly honest, if there's a game that you want to take off of your system, if you don't have enough space on there, and you delete a digital game, who's to say if you were to go back on there, that game wouldn't be delisted? And a lot of people say, well, if you already bought it and you already have it, you just go and re-download it again. No, because that's happened to me before, where I've gone on here and tried to download something that I had bought, and it wasn't there. I mean, I did end up going to the website and saw that it was there and that I could download it, but why would I have to go to your website to go and download it? Why can't I just do it off of my system? I'm talking about the PS4, not the PS3, where they're like, oh, you have to go and actually go on the website now to download, or go on the PS3 to download anything to the PS3 now, because we've took them off of the store that's on the online store that you would get on the PC. So, like, I don't know, I just think that's dumb. But still, regardless, there's been people that I know of that have had problems like that happen with other games, where they'd have something, they would bought it, it would be gone, and it's like, oh wow, you just had highway robbery, you just stole money from me, wonderful. You took away your game for whatever reason, I don't freaking know. But oh, you still got those physical ones out there though, don't you? That's why I always say physical is going to be king, as far as I'm concerned. The only time I ever get any kind of digital games as if they're like really cheap, or maybe even cheaper than what the physical version might be at that point in time.
No idea how you two fought.
But I'm talking about like less than $20.
The gods are here.
Even then, I kind of feel like that's a little too much.
Into that eastern tower.
So I would say 15 at most, if not 12.
Stolen air. I'm convinced he means Biora. I thought this was long over. Years ago, we raided a Reach tribe camping too close to our territory. After the fight, I heard a child crying.
Yeah, I mean, the only real thing that they put out was that rare replay stuff that I know of.
But Biora is of the Reach.
But that was with the Xbox One when that was out.
Who knows what these vicious witchmen intend? But I want to find her before they can do any more harm. Since you and Hafskjar survived the camp, do you think you can make it into that tower? May Kain bless your bravery. Once these two are safely away from here, I'll join you. Based on our past fights against Reachmen, my guess is the war leader locked the tower up tight. You'll likely find the key near him. Good luck. I never told her. Only those that were on that raid with me know the truth. We kept the secret so she could live without scorn. Biora would never have friends like Hafskjar or join the town guard if others knew.
They did? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, that connect sure as heck didn't last long at all.
Violence between Reachmen and the Nords of Karth has lasted generations. They take our land and we push back. Even after building Karthwatch, we still endure raids. And each time more of our neighbors fall. Biora shouldn't suffer for their crimes.
And you think stolen air refers to Bjorna? Heir to what?
I knew nothing about Biora's heritage. She was alone when I found her. A small baby, wailing in a crib. If she was so important, why would those barbarians put her in harm's way? Besides, she's my daughter now. I don't care what she was before.
I think you might be talking about grabbed by the ghoulies, if I'm not mistaken. How did you get free?
You can never bind a true Nord warrior for long. Besides, our captors were in a hurry to bring the others into the tower, and failed to tie proper knots. I'm still glad you came, though. Your attack will give us cover to escape.
Does Biora know she's from the Reach?
I never told her. Only those that were on that
I believe they did.
Know the truth. We kept the secret so she could live without scorn. Biora would never have friends like Hafskjar or join the town guard if others knew.
Why would she be the subject of scorn?
Violence between Reachmen and the Nords of Karth has lasted generations. They take our land and we push back. Even after building Karthwatch, we still endure raids. And each time more of our neighbors fall. Biora shouldn't suffer for their crimes.
And you think stolen air refers to Biora? Heir to what? Oh, I already said that. Pixel Heather Funnies, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Hafskjar, you need to find Biora.
I wonder if I jump on this mountain if I'll be okay. You know, looking out across this is Skyrim, but right over there across that mountainside, I think that's where Cyrodiil is. Which is where Oblivion takes place, because Skyrim is just north of Cyrodiil. If you ran all the way north of the map on Cyrodiil, I think it's Cyrodiil, I think. You get all the way north, then you'll see like a mountain range you can't cross, and that pretty much over that mountain range is Skyrim. And it's funny that Skyrim came right after Oblivion. Microsoft use their talents. I argue they should go back home. Well, I mean, the way that things are with Microsoft and them buying up all these friggin' companies, dude, they've got to be doing something.
That's how Halsey mentioned.
I mean,
the war leader should be nearby.
I don't really think they're trying to be some big dick swinger in the yard like, hey, look, we bought all these properties, what you gonna do about it? And then not do anything with them, because then they're just gonna piss everybody off, and it's like, well, you people were the ones that got this. Yeah, all this stuff is popping up from Skyrim itself. I love that. Which, I mean, makes sense, of course, but... And again, the game did take place thousands of years, I believe, before the Skyrim itself, or Oblivion, or any of them, or Arena, or Morrowind, any of them. Oh my god, that was a bad idea. This is a really bad idea. I made a mistake. I made a terrible mistake. I forgot to put in my health thingy. Jesus, Lord have mercy.
Yora? We need to find her.
That's what my problem was. Can't do an offhand. I've got this. So... I want to learn it. You won't let me learn it, or did I already learn it? Oh, I already know. Okay, never mind. Sluttable items. I don't have any sluttable items. Oh, I just took that. Okay. Oh, it's a... Ah! Wait a minute. Come on. No, that's the wrong one. Ah! Survivor Elixir. That's what we need. I think that's what we need. The Survival Elixir. Magic and Stamina. Health immediately. Try Restoration Potion. I think I'm going to do that one more so. There we go. Okay, now we got that. I got 50 of them, but those are the daily... That's one thing that's good about this. They give you daily rewards anytime you log into the game. That's another good thing I think that they put into the game. Gives you even more incentive to come back and play, especially when they've been rearranging storylines now, like what I experienced last night. Oh my god, hang on a second. This stupid chat thing. Let me go back and look at the chat thing here. Real quick, so I can make sure that I'm reading everything properly. Let's see. Walk up to jobs asking for one anymore like in 1940. At least they have Nintendo, the Rise to Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, well, I guess that is true. Walk up asking for jobs anymore. Well, I mean, if you want my honest thought on it, I think I may have mentioned it to you before. I don't know. I mean, you know about going online and all that stuff, which obviously they didn't have the internet in 1940. But the Department of Labor website in your state, pretty sure they have where you could go on there and find jobs. I think there's one called jobfinder.com. I think there's another one, I forgot. There's a handful of them that's out there. When you go on there and narrow it down for the search that's within your area for what you might be interested in wanting to do or want to work. Because that's what I did when I ended up getting fired from the hospital. I mean it's it sucks I got fired, and I still think my previous boss is a total fucking dick. And I hope he gets his just desserts one day.
Don't worry.
He looks like a little GQ cover model looking jackass. I feel like it was also a blessing that I did, because 3 weeks later I started working at my current job, and even though, yeah, it would be great if I can manage to get full-time at press time, as far as I'm concerned, even though I need to look into my benefits deal. Because part-time people can actually get benefits with this place, when part-time people at my previous job couldn't, but I was full-time then. So there's more positives that came out of it than negatives. You just have to be very, very... you gotta nip it in the bud, really, as they say. You just gotta do it day after day after day after day after day. I'm pretty sure I ended up going and applying for the same job multiple times, but I didn't give a shit. I was like, I don't care. I'm doing something every day, throwing everything out there. The whole 9 yards. So... Oh, wait a minute. It's taking me back up over there? just like anything in life, if you want to make something happen, you just got to keep going for it the best you can. And Lord knows I realize that there's times in life where you're just beaten down and you're just exhausted from it. You're just like, oh, well, what's the point? Something will happen. You know, you just got to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and go for something else and see what happens. You just have to, you got to barrel it home. Alright, now what exactly was I doing? I'm wanting to stay within the Skyrim area. I don't want to go anywhere else yet since I'm doing this one. Okay. I remember that one. Oh, the Bards College. Ah, yes. We'll do that one. I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna mess with that one, that freaking stupid puzzle crap. You work full-time but not full-time. That's always good. It's kind of like if you work salary or something. You know, you're working your same hours, and you may work a few more, you may work a little less, but you're still getting paid the same. And even if you take days off or you have to take sick days off or whatever, you're still getting paid. Hang on a second. I really feel like I'm missing something here. Like I feel like I'm missing where a ladder or something is, or stairway or something. Or I could be entirely wrong. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I kind of got aggravated last night, man, because, long story short, where I work at, every 2 hours they want you to take a 15-minute break, and I think if you work like over 7 hours or something like that, then you can choose whether you want to take a 30-minute break or an hour break. You know, if it was me, I would be taking a 30-minute break so I could get off of work 30 minutes early. So, anyways, I go in at 5:30, and everybody else comes in at 7, and there's like 1 or 2 other people that may come in at 6. They just have extra hours right now. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to come in at 5:30 unless something is otherwise said, because our supervisor told us we could. So okay then. Well, I took my second break last night, and granted, yeah, it was what, like 30 minutes or something before I was actually supposed to clock out, but I was just following company policy. I went in there and I sat down. Then take another 15-minute break. There's a girl that comes in there who I've had problems with in the past, but I think ever since she got off of working 2 jobs, she's become less bitchy and pissy and all that stuff. So she came in there and she said, "Hey," she said, "Are you taking a break?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she said, "Well," she said, "How many breaks do you take?" or something like that. And I said, "Well," I said, "I came in at 5:30. I said, and it's every 2 hours. I mean, even she would know that." And she said, "Oh, okay." And I'm thinking, what freaking business is it of yours? It's none of your friggin' business. You know, I'm thinking to myself, I already discussed this with the supervisors for the department that I work at. It's none of your friggin' business. They go and question me on that. So I just went ahead and sat there and finished up my break. Which, of course, I would have.
I must wait here for my sisters to receive the blessing of my destiny.
I just can't stand people that try to go. They try to go and act like they're having some type of like management position over you, but they don't. They work on the same level as you are. It's just like that old saying, "Act your wage," which means if you're on the same level with somebody, you ain't got no right to be saying shit to anybody, because I can't freaking stand bossy people. They piss me the hell off, and I only have so much patience with them before I blow up. Because then I start giving them a taste of their own medicine. I can't stand that shit. I can't. You need to watch what the hell you say and how you act towards people. And I mean, when she said it to me, she wasn't being mean or nothing. She wasn't being mean. But regardless, man, like, you didn't have any reason to come and say anything to me. Shut the fuck up and go do your job. You know, just like the same way it is with me. You know, I don't bother nobody. Why the hell are you bothering me about it? You got a problem with it? Go ask our supervisors. They'll tell you the exact same thing because I took it up with both of them. I swear, man. Anyways, but then again, she probably didn't know that I came in at 5:30, which is understandable because she comes in at 9, but still, it's bullshit. Don't go and question me on, oh, well, why are you sitting down in the break room? Because I fucking feel like it. It's my friggin' break. Shut the fuck up, man. Damn. Sorry, that kind of got to me last night. A friend of mine told me I should have been a smartass about it and should have said, well, as many breaks as I feel like, or saying something like, well, as until they tell me to go back to work. So.
A rebirth. Lady Maritha and her sisters pulled the caul from my eyes. I now know my truth. The holders of Carthwatch are not my true family. I belong to the Reach.
Good. That's exactly what you need to do. You need to let people know where you stand. I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea why that is. Because, Heather, I was just telling Junebug yesterday that I don't have anything censored on my channel. It's just YouTube that's doing it.
A true heir.
YouTube is retarded.
There you stand, and all you see belongs to my people. The Nords took it by force, just as they stole me away after slaughtering my kin. The Witch Sisters showed me a vision. Blood from Faulan. The Red Eagle flows in my veins. My sisters whisper prophecy to me from their stone circles of power. The Grey Host will rise and unite the Reach clans. Together, we will retake our home. I will lead them in this dark mission. I shall be made queen.
Excuse me.
What's wrong with her?
Well, apparently she's been taken over by some manifestation, dumbass.
I've known Bjorra since we were striplings. The girl I grew up with adores her family and village. We fought back Reachman raids side by side from the moment we could hold knives. That's not the Bjorra I know. What did she say to you?
She said the witches revealed she's a queen of the Reach.
Reach witches spreading lies laced with dark magic. No doubt they enthralled Bjorra so she'd betray her family. Stranger, if you're willing, I need your weapon once more.
Indeed. What is your
You
plan?
must hunt down the hags responsible and end their hex with blade and blood. Did she give you an idea of where to find them?
Bjorna mentioned the witches' stone circles.
Perhaps they're using the ancient stones nearby to power their magic. We generally avoided them because of rumors they were cursed. Sounds perfect for evil crones. Let's find them. Stopping the witches might release Bjorra so she'll come home.
I'll help you. Let's free Bjorna. Let's see. Halves jar, half jar, half scars, star, whatever.
Once Bjorra is free, we can join the others in safety. For Carthwatch.
This is for Sparta. So, that means... Come on, baby, ride on my horse. Well, I didn't really need to do this. There's enemies over there. I kind of thought it was going to be a little bit further down. Oh, well. Forget that, then. You gonna die? Oh, yeah. Ah, love the combat. In the face with my celestial sunlight spear. Exactly. I hope people are going and going on the company website of Coca-Cola and go and spam on there too, a bunch of middle fingers. Fuck Coca-Cola. Matter of fact, a friend of mine told me today that his business ended up going and canceling their, canceling getting any type of drinks from them, and also got rid of their drink machine dealing with Coca-Cola. I was like, fuck yeah. Even though I'm not a ranged guy, it really does help having to...
One way or another. It's not my egg.
The hell? Oh my god. Did I see the music video slapped in the messenger? I don't think that I did. I don't recall that happening. Unless I completely looked over it. Ooh! Ooh! I'm looking sexy now. I'm dead sexy. Disrupt the witch's spells. Good. I'll have to check and see. You'll have to resend it to me, because honest to God, I don't think that I saw anything sent to me. Was it in Messenger or was it Discord? Yeah, there you go. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Those are great movies.
The girl is ours now. She'll be our queen. No, but the prophecy, Lord Alcera.
What the hell? How'd that happen that fast? That's some bullshit. Hell, I'm gonna have to go up here and hide for a bit, and I know her damn motherfucker. I don't know how in the world that happened that fast. That doesn't make any sense to me.
The girl is ours now. She'll be our queen. No, but the prophecy, Lord Alcera gave his word.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought, bitch. Slapped it there last night. Re-slap if I could find it. Okay, now I have it again. Okay. Oakley dokley. Oh well. I don't really have much choice in the matter. like a boss. We're gonna do us some killings. I really need to, when I level up again, put some magic thingies in my thingy. Or magic points, I should say. Oh, penis!
Even if it kill me, the girl belongs to the Grey House. There is no...
Don't you pull that other person. Don't you pull him. Don't you pull him. Ah, shit. My daggum attack went over to him anyways. Son of a bitch. Ah! Booyah. Ooh, I got me some pauldrons. Pauldrons? Pauldrons. I never had any before. Oh, wait, I did, and I never put them on there because I'm a dumbass. Those are tiny pauldrons. Let's put these on instead. That gives me more of a stat boost anyways. This increases my stamina. My stamina. Well, I mean, they're still having those 25-cent corn dog days, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did the same with shakes. Or 50-cent corn dog days, whatever they are.
Let's pray that their hold over Biora is broken.
Run to the hills. Run for your life. We return to Iorna. Oopsie. Sound like you just vomited when you rolled.
Are you alright?
Oh, I remember your face. You spoke to me earlier. It was like I was walking through a dream. Or a nightmare. What made it stop?
Chocolate cream pie? I figured it would still be there. They at least have it on like a seasonal thing or something, or whatever.
It's coming back to me now. Just flashes. The rich men attacked. 3 witches led them. They brought me here and did something. I saw visions before me. Memories that weren't mine. An old rich king called me his daughter.
What else did you see?
Ice in the dark. A steady marching drum. I stood beside a strong man with haunting eyes. His stare chilled my soul. He placed a briar crown on my head and said I
got rid of it because it's racist.
What do you think it means?
It has the word chocolate in it. That's funny. It's just like in Pixel Gamer Girl's stream, as a matter of fact. They were actually censoring the word black in their stream. I don't know what the hell is up with YouTube. Censoring a color. Oh, somebody said they have like 15,000 words or something censored or something. I don't know. It's like freaking Nazi Germany, dude. It's like freaking Nazi Germany. Witches spoke of a prophecy that you were meant to be lead the Reachman.
I remember that's what I believed. It felt so true, but...
She's dressed up like she's gonna go churn some butter.
Cartridge. All guns. It is all gone.
Pigtails and everything.
Still alive?
Hofskar and I rescued several people. They've gathered outside town.
We must join them then. I am so relieved to hear it's not all lost. Please, I want no more of this place.
Let's get you out of here.
Meet us at Fenrir's camp. It's the safest place for now.
Okie dokie, what time is it? 2:15. I'll stream for a little bit longer, and I'm gonna get something to eat, watch something, then I need to go to the UPS store to go print out my insurance card from my car, since I renewed my insurance this month, and then head on into work. I can't fast travel to that, can I? No, I had to spell it down there. Ah, well, whatever. We'll kill him anyways. Be done with it. Yeah! Level 9, bitch! Oh, I gotta hold it down. Tip. Choose one. Ooh! Staffy Flame, Prophet Shield, Prophet's Bow, level 8, level 9. Oblivion damage, what the fudge? Oh, the Maple Ice Staff of Flame. Probably get the fuck. Wait a minute. I don't want a staff. A sword. Ooh. The sword looks nice. Sword. The shield is the armor. Oblivion damage. Adds oblivion damage. Oblivion damage. Let's all do oblivion damage. Deal the maximum of the de-oblivion damage. It increases experience gains by 3 and 6% from training. The restoration staff deals based on it. Deals. Oh, never mind. Increases of it. That was hiding down there. I'm gonna get the Prophet's Greatsword then. That's the one I'll take. He's clapping with his staff in his hands. It's like glitching through it. There we go. That's what I wanted. Some more magicka. I have one for the skill point. Enduring Raise increases Breath of Life. Vampire's Bane. Reflective Light. Solar Flare. I've already got that. There's no... Let's do this. We'll go ahead and do this. That's fine. It's a passive skill, so it'll still assist me. Inventory, main hand. There we go. Clap owl, clap owl, clap. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Alright. Well, I hope he ain't clapping with a sword in his hand. He's gonna be like, clap, ah! Squirting blood everywhere. Ooh! It looks pretty. It's got a blunted edge, but it's a sword and it's sharp and hard, and so I can slash people while beating them in the face with it, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, a treasure chest. Unlock simple. Well, that was dumb. Shit, I forced it with a 50% chance when I should have. Shit! There we go. I got another staff thing. I really wonder if that thing is like... No, it's not. Yeah. What was that talk about them doing anal swabs for COVID? I wonder if that's even true, or if somebody made that up or something. I'm like, that is one of the stupidest things I have ever heard. Good God, that thing! Ooh, baby! This is a powerful sword. That took him out like no tomorrow. I'm like, you know what? You ain't sticking nothing up my ass to be testing nothing. I'd rather have it up my nose. Screw that crap. They don't want to talk about, oh, you need to wear a double mask now. You need to shut the fuck up. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Good to see you all. We've made it.
We'll find somewhere new. If we stick together, we'll survive this.
Here's the
He
thing.
was the one who saved me.
We
I'll
are
talk
in
a
your
bit.
debt, Wanderer.
Here's a talk of what I had heard. They said when you wear a mask, if you can smell a fart through your mask, that mask ain't gonna stop jack shit when it comes to dealing with a virus. It's not. I mean, what about your eyes?
I was honored to fight by your side.
Probably getting all up in your eyes,
I never
too.
thought of myself as a strong man, but you helped me do what was necessary. I'll give my life to protect Bjorra and the others. Count on it.
Well, China China sent the friggin' thing over here. It came from China, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're doing that. Let China do it. We sure as hell don't need to. That's that. Jesus. That's so stupid. Swab your mouth, swab your nose. What are they going to do? Start swabbing your ears? Swabbing your urethra? Swabbing your eyes? Anything that they can that's moist. We need to check to see if you got the COVID. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But Bjorra seemed important to the Reach.
Sure as bones. Reachmen are stubborn, so they may come after her again. Fenrir and I will see these people to safety. The hold is gone. We can protect our family. Thanks again. Take this, and be careful out there. Dark times surround us. I know you can't stick around. Don't worry. I'll protect Bjorra and the others with my life. No more hiding. It gives me courage knowing people like you are out there defending.
Thank you, I'm not gay.
Maybe we have a chance.
The only way I want any ass play coming from my doctor is when I'm getting tested for prostate cancer, and that's it. Pray to God my doctor has small, slim fingers. Actually, I've heard they can test that now by just taking blood. And I don't know if it's more accurate, but the way I see it is, whichever's more accurate is the one I'm going to do. Kind of feel like I'd much rather probably want to have a female do it because of the fact of having slimmer, smaller fingers, and pray to God that she has a really good manicurist. Or she, like, double gloves or something, I don't know. Where do you think you will go?
No idea. The Karth region is the only home I've ever known. Once our people settled Karthwatch, I assumed I would die here. Seems the Eight had other plans for my future. Without you, though, we wouldn't be alive to see the next sunrise. Thank you.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine who ended up having a colonoscopy before, and they had two different things where they could either put you to sleep while they're doing it, or they could put I forgot what it was. It's like they don't put you to sleep, but it's some other way where it doesn't make you feel like total shit, like when you do when you come out of being under anesthesia. Toggle view. So I got that on. This armor's better. My health goes up. Reduces roll dodge, increases my stamina by 10. So I don't, okay. I got 2 items on, so that adds a weapon critical to it. So in reality, taking 4 down, putting 4 up. Level 9, level 6. Heavy, medium. Roll dodge and sprint by 2.4, but that increases that by 10, but that's a lower level and it's lower armor. Oh well, we'll just do this first and then we'll just go back to those again if I feel like I need to. Idiophobic. Oh Lord. Let me think here. Alright. Let's see. That one was out of the way, but what was this? What was I doing here? Oh, that, okay. Wait a minute. That was there, that was... Let's, go back to this. That's the main story thing there, so... Get so sick of phobic, you're this phobic, you're that phobic. Put your ass out the window and get tested. So you're basically be mooning them at the same time. Oh my god, that's funny as hell. Oh man. Oh, that's great. Okay. Where is it? Ah, it's over there. Okay. Ooh. I'll just go ahead and fast travel. Oh, la 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 la. There's my hands. Ooh, first person. Shoot me back over to Skyrim. To Skyrim. The Who. Oh, I think I've heard of The Who, actually. Well, I mean, obviously it's spelled different than the way that I'm saying it. I think I'm gonna check it out, but I think that they also did like an original song with whatever the lead singer's name is of Papa Roach, which Papa Roach ain't worth jack squat to me anymore. Their first album was the only real one I care about. But they put out some type of original song with him in it, and he was singing in it. Jacoby Shaddix, or however he freaking has his name, he had it as one, or it was like Kobe Dick at one point, and then he's changed it to like Jacoby Shaddix, I guess because he doesn't like Dick in his name. I have no idea. Oh, I'll check it out. I definitely will.
I
what are
have
these?
a unique opportunity for scholastic research today.
Who's this?
What is
Strong, sober, well-equipped? The coterie of organized scholars needs adventurers of your stripe. Our research very much depends on it. Our fieldwork is fascinating, satisfying, and it pays quite... well, there is payment.
Yeah, this is a different Who though. It's spelled H-U. They're like I think they're like a Mongolian band. They have like Mongolian instruments, but it's like they've also had like metal stuff in their songs before in the past. Because I've seen like one or two.
Senior,
So
most expert on
if it's who I'm
ambulatory
thinking it
flora
is.
requires a field assistant to collect fresh samples of Spriggan bark from the Shadow Green. Expired Spriggans tend to decompose rather quickly, but if you find any that are recently deceased, that should do. More likely, you'll have to chop down some that you encounter. Careful, they are more aggressive than most trees.
I'll head to the Shadow Green and gather the Spriggan bark.
If you haven't already seen to it,
So is this like a daily quest thing?
running this study.
Kinda
They're
looks like it
most
is.
eager
It's a
to
different
see things
color.
underway. Oh, it's a natural
Top of the Shadow
wonder.
Green.
A lush, temperate cavern within the nearby mountain. Thanks to some not entirely dormant volcanic activity, no doubt, a great number of local fauna take refuge from the cold there. That includes many predators, I'm afraid.
Tell me about
is
yourself.
the name. I'm a
Tencent.
representative of the
Screw
renowned
Tencent.
coterie of organized scholars. I'm also a member. Alchemy is my purview, as well as my passion, but our membership's specialties outnumber the stars in the sky.
I've never heard of your group before.
Oh, we're the oldest institution of learning in Western Skyrim, outside the Bards College. In fact, the students of the Bards College and the Mages Guild employ us exclusively for research assistance, a perk of our charter with the High King.
They don't do their own research?
Well, the Mages Guild is a foreign body, and folk are particularly suspicious of them. So, they are legally obligated to conduct their business through our trusted institution. As for the Bards College, not all poets are scholars, let's say.
What kind of jobs do you offer?
The dangerous and dirty kind, I'm afraid. We may be a scholarly organization, but some of our research is more hazardous than others. So we are often in need of adventurous types
Old Man
to
Willow.
recover materials for study and experimentation.
Tom Bombadil. Could very well be. I think these are optional steps. Talk to Bites the Branch. That's a kinky name there. Probably a
If you're
lizard
seeking
person.
excitement, the Swords of Solitude can provide. Wager your life.
This
and
is something
reap
new
your
that's popped up
wings.
here. Maybe it's just my
Die
level.
with some honor,
Or maybe it's
be able
something new
to
they
look your
added.
ancestors in the eye.
I don't know what you have for me to do.
The coterie of organized scholars made a troubling discovery. Turns out the old legends of the Shade Mother have more truth to them than anyone believed. Now it falls on us to put an end to the foul creature before it causes any more harm.
What is the Shade Mother?
A wizened old Hargraven that's lived far too long. Legend says she sucks up the life of the land itself to sustain her longevity. She appears to be doing just that near Morthal. Kill her and use this mixture to cleanse the Shade Mother's corruption.
I destroyed the Shade Mother and cleanse her corruption from the land. It's like a friggin'
I'm
robot.
hoping you earned your reward. Mostly so I can earn my commission.
Well, screw you. What is this mixture you gave me?
You'll have to ask Kolia Lawseeker about that. She's assured me that it will dispel the pools of corruption created by the Shade Mother around Morthal. And that's all I care to know. Kolia is in Solitude, if you wish to question her.
Tell me about this group you represent.
The Swords of Solitude Militia. Oldest volunteer army in the hold. We've defended the people of Western Skyrim for generations. The High King's soldiers cannot respond to every petition for assistance. So we lend our aid to those willing to pay.
Like the Fighters Guild?
Western Skyrim doesn't need a bunch of outsiders telling us how to handle our affairs. The High King permits the guilds their presence here. But they work through us or not at all. Skyrim can fend for itself. So, we are in lean times.
Is that why you're recruiting?
We've never had such a shortage of folk willing to fight to defend their neighbors. I don't know where all the brave souls have gone. Solitude feels lean as a lone wolf these days. So here I am, on the street like a beggar. Dark times.
Oh, Heather, I finally ended up making a character on the European server so I could play with Mr. Raven.
About time I found someone whose spine wasn't bent with age or cowardice. There's trouble on the horizon.
I made an orc dragon knight, and it gave me like a completely different story, starting area, all this stuff that I wasn't in before. I think it had something to do with the fact that I ended up having like the Greymoor expansion. Because he's got some characters on obviously on the European server, considering he's from Europe, but he has like real high I think he has like real high level characters, and he has like legendary statuses or something like that. I don't know, but it's like I can understand why he doesn't want to switch servers, and I'm just like played around with this. I've never really gotten to that point. I have like multiple characters, but I've only went so far with each one of them. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and start one over there. And it put me like in a completely different area with like a character from like another character that I was playing as in a different scenario. I'm like, I was like, well, this is interesting. So he and I'll be getting on and playing with each other like that and probably streaming. Maybe I'll see if he may want to do that this weekend at some point. Yeah, well, you know, it all depends on where your interests lie, and sometimes they bounce back and forth, just like it does with me, so.
Dark clouds are gathering over the Western Kingdom. Harrow storms, they're called. The conjurings of Reachman witchcraft. Unfortunately, there are more reports of these unholy storms than folk willing to brave them.
I mean, one thing you gotta realize is it's an MMORPG, so it's always going to be updated with other stuff, or new stuff, and so on and so forth. So it's almost like it's never ending. Funny thing, I remember one time my mom ended up telling me when I first started playing World of Warcraft, when I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I'm only paying like $15 a month to be able to play this. And, you know, I was explaining it all to her and talking to her about it. And out of nowhere, she said, oh, well, she said, if you do that, she said, then you'll never have to buy another game again, then will you? And I looked at her like she lost her mind. I'm like, woman, this is a completely different game. There ain't no way I'm going to stop buying games just because I'm going and paying $15 a month for an ever-expanding world, just because it has something for me to do. And then I started to realize it just got really repetitive for me, and then I just stopped. How can I help?
What the Swords of Solitude needs is a group of volunteers with the guts to wade into a few of these harrow storms and stop the accursed witch work that is causing these fell winds to blow.
Well, you're not going to hear back from YouTube, man. YouTube ain't going to bother to answer back to anybody. I had another friend of mine who ended up going and getting his account disabled because of the fact that they were saying that he was spewing hate speech or something like that, and he was like, well, show me. He said, show me. And he didn't even chat in any type of chats for a long while. They didn't show him no evidence. They didn't tell him nothing about it. He's saying that he was wrongfully accused. He said because there wasn't any evidence. They didn't want to bother to show it. They didn't want to bother to mention nothing about it, and it just happened out of nowhere one day. He contacted him back. He was nice about it. He's like, well, go ahead. He said, show me the proof. Tell me what's going on here. They didn't bother to do it, and little did he realize he had another account, so he's been using that as far as like getting on to streams and whatnot. So you gotta love that, man. Going and pointing the fingers at people and not providing evidence. It's freaking stupid. Actually, they did respond back to him, but they pretty much told him the same thing. It's like, that's not an answer. You're not providing proof. You're not providing evidence. You're just going, placing blame. That's it. What the heck? Well, this person hasn't merged in with the real world yet because it's showing me that there's a quest here, but now they disappeared. No, wait, they're right there. So
every man has his price. Mine is 5 gold.
Oh, I thought they were walking away.
I haven't seen you before. Are you new to Solitude? Better yet, are you looking for work? If so, you've come to the right person. Let's talk.
You need to wash your face. I'm here about the notice. What sort of work are you offering?
Not me, my debtors. I provide funds to the coterie of organized scholars and the Swords of Solitude militia. Both are short-handed and in arrears, so I took it upon myself to correct their courses before they leave me destitute. You'll work for them.
You see, that's the thing right there. I think one of the things is that some of these people, they go and they put down copyright on stuff that they have. They don't know what copyright is, but they notify YouTube of it, and then YouTube just follows suit. You know, they're just like, okay, whatever. They just go and accept it, and then the moment that it's on somebody else's video, they go and they end up flagging it, because YouTube themselves don't even know anything about copyright, especially if they got other people who was claiming this stuff and they don't have any right to be claiming it in the first place to begin with, and then it's coming back on you when it really should be coming back on them. It's ridiculous. Alright, who do I talk to about a job?
Tenzin represents the coterie. Odd work, but it pays well. Cadaver handles the militia's assignments. Dangerous work. Don't do it alone. Here's an advance. Make sure you're prepared for the job they offer you.
Exactly.
No good to anyone dead.
Ooh, complete quest.
Tenzin scholars.
Now I'm going around getting up multiple different types of quests here that I wasn't expecting to do so. I know I'd have to go back to her. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they should take down... That's the one thing that's funny, man. They go and talk about this whole copyright stuff, but then they have a friggin' download thing. But I think in order to download, you have to have like a YouTube Red subscription or something like that. You have to have some type of like subscription where you're paying to YouTube to actually download stuff, I believe. Because I accidentally hit the download button at one point. It's like, well, you need to have this subscription first. I'm like, fuck you.
We are too quick to dismiss our old legends as colorful superstition. They are meant to be warnings. We should listen to them.
Hadvar said you could tell me about the Shade Mother.
She found someone? I didn't think there is anyone left in Solitude who wouldn't flinch at the merest suggestion of magic. Fighting the Shade Mother won't be as simple as slaying your typical Hagraven, if there is such a thing. She's far more powerful.
Can you tell me anything that'll help me defeat her?
According to the legends, her mastery of life and death is absolute. She bends nature to her will, and she feasts on the land itself to sustain her power. The clever woman I consulted said that the Shade Mother's magic is akin to necromancy.
Yeah, I agree. They should also be able to approve whether or not you could do that or not. Clever woman.
Sorry, it's a bit archaic. A Nord mage who followed the old ways. Old Mjolnir is a bit of a legend herself in these parts. She was the one who created the cleansing mixture we were given to purify the Shade Mother's corruption.
I'll put it to good use. I ain't done talking to you. Come back here, bitch.
The sagas of Skyrim are our histories.
I think that was from before. Never mind. Oh yeah, the Bards College. I forgot about this. Exactly. Oh, God.
I expected to see a drunken souse named Dobbin walk through that door. Incredible specimen before me. Tell me, what became of the man I hired?
I'm not taking your advances very well, sir. I found this letter next to a man passed out from me. It says you need help.
Well, Dobbin's indolence may be my gain. Look at you. I can see you are ready for action at a moment's notice. How would you like to help Skyrim's premier arts college in its moment of need?
What college did you refer to?
The Storied Bards College, home of honeyed birds and tear-jerking tunes. For years, a rift within the college threatened to split us apart. One overzealous member hid our antique instrument collection to bring about a truce, but it didn't work.
Where are the instruments now?
Excellent question. The only clue to their location lie in a song written by the bard responsible, Nell's Hidden Loves. Just as I solved the first verse, that instrument emerged for sale at a secret auction. I wish to hire you to recover it.
Well, there needs to be other people who needs to be running YouTube, period, because obviously liberals are just destroying everything and running it into the ground as it is, because they're a bunch of friggin' degenerates, so it doesn't surprise me in the least bit. I mean, conservatives are really no better, but you know they're more on they're definitely on the lighter end of things than the friggin' liberals are. That's for damn sure. I can retrieve the instrument for you.
No, naturally, you can't walk into a secret auction without the proper attire, especially not the Sapphire Societies. Their events are outre and rare, mind-boggling and taboo fair. No serfs at their affair.
What the heck? What do I need to wear?
All these secret societies love disguising themselves. It gives a sense of excitement to their lives of leisure. Fortunately, bards hear all sorts of secrets. Wearing this robe and mask will get you in the door. You also need the right passphrase.
What should I say?
The magnates of the Sapphire Society speak a simple phrase to gain entry into their events. A jewel of blue rules the view. Truly underscores how they see themselves, doesn't it? You might want to practice it, just to be sure.
The jewel of blue the jewel of blue rules virtue. The jewel of blue rules the view.
Earnest conviction, but no. Not to worry, it is only a single line.
Sounded better to me.
I'm sure you will get it with more practice.
Rules of view of what?
Excellent. You scan lines quickly, I see.
That was stupid.
I would avoid any ad-libbing.
I'm ready.
A jewel of blue rules the view.
You said I'm saving the bar
Well,
song.
you and I will save it together. A joint effort, brains and brawn. When they pen the song of this adventure, no doubt you will receive a mention. And what a song it will be, a tale of civil war, misguided decisions, and my stalwart bravery.
Somebody sent me a message. A friend of mine who used to work where I used to work at was telling me about a game, was wondering if it was still on sale on PSN because he's got it and he's a pretty high level and he was wanting us to play it with each other. And I'm like, I keep forgetting to check on it and see if it's still on sale there. It's one of the Sword Art Online games. What's Civil War?
Many years ago, the college had a collection of legendary instruments. Each inspired great passions. Strength, love, tragedy. There was an argument among the bards. How best should the instruments be used?
What were the options?
Some said the instruments were too precious and needed protection. Others asked, what use are they if they can't be played? The two sides actually came to blows. Fretboards and inkwells flying every which way. It was all quite exhilarating. One of the college's greatest bards, Nell Farsong, took them. She thought if the instruments went missing, the fighting could end. So she hid them throughout Skyrim, which ended the war, but only because everyone was enraged at Nell. So she died. Very sad.
Oh, she died.
She never told a soul where to find the instruments.
Oh, she died.
While reading Nell's Hidden Loves, I realized it held clues to their locations. If we recover them based on her clues, I'll be a legend.
Can you tell me more about this instrument you want me to recover?
It's a lute called Petra Loop. Actually, it's Petra Lute, but try saying that after 5 strong meads. It was the learning lute at the college for generations, played by hundreds of bards over the years. It means a lot to us.
Why can't you just go to the auction yourself?
Well, I hate to brag, but I am quite famous. Even if I wore the Sapphire Society disguise, the members would immediately recognize my voice. Such is the heavy burden of artistic success.
Yeah, you can pick your voice out of a crowd, dude.
He hears voices in his head. Don't worry, they're good people.
He's like Randy Orton. Ooh! Wow, that's something. Aww, look at that. My little griffin friend is flicking his feathers around everywhere. You're molten! Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh, she must be downstairs. That's not her. Well, is she outside? Or upstairs? I guess it must be upstairs. Failed to talk to Bites the Branch. But where the hell is she? Oh, now she's back outside again? You bitch. Failed to talk. Let me think here. Yeah. Yep, they sure did. Oh my gosh. You know what, forget this right now. Alright. Let's think here. Yeah. Well, anything I gotta say about it is bad, but I guess the way that I was saying it at that point in time wasn't coming out as bad. Wait a minute. Okay. It's a cool little disguise. Oh, look up. Ah! That did not work.
Speak. Welcome and enter.
There we go. Speak to the Sapphire Broker.
If you want to see our next item, you'll have to wait like everyone else. No private previews. You should know the rules. But believe me, you'll want to stick around for this one. It's a head-turner.
Actually, I arrived late. Has a musical instrument sold yet?
The loot? Nice patina. Just a rifle I came across in one
Hey,
of my hunts.
I'm offended.
It
You
went
talk
on the
about
block
my
earlier.
patina.
Too bad you weren't here then. There was only one buyer. A little bidding war would have warmed up the crowd.
Who purchased it? I'd like a word with them.
Now I do wish you had been here. You are skirting the rules. No revealing identities of buyers. Still, if you had arrived on time, you would know that the buyer behaved like an obnoxious ass. We typically frown upon stumbling about from free.
Thank you. Oh, so I gotta find out. Seems like they're all, somebody's hiccuping. Ah.
Oh look, another masked person. How dreary. If a snake comes back on the block, don't you outbid me. When else will I get to try Argonian? I hear they're all flavour and no fat.
Did you buy a musical instrument here?
Instrument? Oh, that loot. Yes, a mantelpiece for my music room. Has a nice shine to it. I acquired it for a song. A song! I made a joke, see? Why are you asking? Point to I bought it? Then too bad for you.
Let's see. Well, I got it. Ooh, I didn't know how that much
Buy
gold.
it? I would never... Oh, wait. You just handed me how much? Well, in that case, of course you can. Take this note and collect your treasure from my servant outside. Please do business with me again.
Glad we could come to an agreement. Starburst minis.
Yes? Perhaps you seek this one's mistress. She is busy, not to be disturbed.
Your mistress wants me to give me the loot.
What is this scrap you give Mazalkir? Well, this is her handwriting. This one thinks she has been drinking again, selling things she just bought.
So you have it.
Of course. Mazalkir does not steal, even if she deserves it.
Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's almost 3 o'clock. I'm going to be heading to work probably within an hour and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. I appreciate everybody coming out to the live stream and checking out the archive version and so on and so forth. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now, and I'll be back tomorrow with something. Could be this, could be Persona 5 Strikers, because apparently you can stream that, but you still can't stream Persona 5, which is a load of bullshit. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to get something to eat, watch some wrestling, chill out, and I will go ahead and I'll end this like I always do. Later, taters. Look forward to seeing everybody again. Adios, and all that lovely, lovely stuff. Bop, bop, baloo, bop, bop, bam, boop, tutti fruity.